Hello everybody, it is me, Super Godzilla Final Wars here, and today I am back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about why I think Destroyah should not be the final boss for the monsterverse. Now, let me explain why for those before you guys start going all rage mode in the comments. Let me explain why I think Destroyah should not be the final boss and for the monsterverse. Number one is, well, yes, I will agree that Destroyah is without a doubt one of the most powerful Godzilla villains. He is incredibly strong and incredibly powerful. But we cannot forget that there was a monster who existed way before Destroyah was even a thing. A monster who practically is like the top dog in the Godzilla universe. A monster who is very popular among the fans. This particular kaiju has been talked about a lot, and a lot of fans want him to be a monster who could be in a movie. Yes, folks, I am talking about the one, the only, Bagan. Now, let me explain why Bagan should be a part of the monster. Should be the final boss for the monsterverse. Number one, he is considered to be the most unstoppable, most ruthless Godzilla villain of them all. Because he's just incredibly powerful. He's way more powerful than Destroyah. If you look at every single fan video, like a little versus battle of Bagan versus Destroyah, it always puts Bagan as the winner. They always put Bagan as the winner. Plus, Godzilla needed to turn into a very powerful form in order to kill Bagan. Like, Godzilla needed to turn into Super Godzilla in order to kill Bagan. Now I don't know what you guys are going to say. Well, Godzilla was nearly dying when he was battling Destroyah. Well, fair point. That may be true. But Bagan has far more abilities, and he's far more dangerous than Destroyah is. And a lot of people say that he technically wins when it comes to experience. Well, Destroyah wins when it comes to experience. Technically, it should be Bagan, because he looks more somewhat ancient than Destroyah does. Plus, may I point out that Bagan practically somewhat inspired destroyah's design. Yes, you heard me. Bagan somewhat inspired destroyah's design. And, well, if we look at it, it kind of looks like it, yeah. Because I can see strong resemblance between Bagan and Destroyah. They got like a demonic appearance, they got like a gigantic horn on top of their head, and they look extremely buffed as hell. And they got weird gigantic spikes on their shoulders. The only difference that separates these guys is Destroyah can somewhat turn into smaller versions of himself. Bagan can shapeshift into different beings, of course. I think that was his old ability, but they changed it because, well, it was too complicated to put him in the movie, let alone the video game, I believe. Anyways. And overall, Bagan doesn't have any wings. Destroyah does. So if you honestly ask me in my honest opinion, Bagan should be the final boss for the monsterverse. Have Destroyah be somewhat of a sub-boss or something like that. And honestly, it doesn't sound that bad of an idea having Destroyah be like this sub-boss to this more ancient being who's more powerful, more stronger than he is. Don't get me wrong, I do love Destroyah, but Bagan rocks. Bagan rules. Plus, this guy does not have a movie. Sure, he was part of a Godzilla TV show, but he did not have a movie. He did not even got a chance to be part of a movie. So if anything, I think Bagan should be the final boss for the monsterverse. I'm not against the idea of Destroy being a part of the monsterverse, but having him being the final boss, that is something that I'm kind of against. Because Bagan is just overall more powerful, more stronger, and is just overall more loved and respected by a lot of fans. Plus, this guy doesn't have any figures until now. So if anything, that's something we need to think about, folks. We need to think about Bagan and not Destroyah. This Bagan, he's just... This is a kite that needs to be part of a movie. A Godzilla movie, to be precise. And I don't care if it's rather the if it's rather Toho or Legendary who puts this guy in a movie, he needs to be part of a movie. But if I'm being honest with you guys, I think he'll work a lot more in the monsterverse. Because since he looks more ancient, destroyah just looks more demonic. Plus, he just kind of looks like a overgrown, mutated crap, in my opinion. Which he kind of does, actually. But yeah, folks, that's just all I gotta say. If anything, if the monsterverse is going to go out with a bang, it has to be Bagan, who's going to be the final boss. Destroyah should somewhat be a sub-boss. Be like a monster that Godzilla fights last. Well, fights first before the big finale. Bagan should be the final boss for Godzilla to fight. So, yeah, that's just my opinion why destroyah should not be the final boss for the monsterverse. If anything, it would be more interesting if he was a sub-boss. Now, I know what you guys are also going to say, well, destroyah only had one movie. Well, that's the thing. He has a movie. Bagan does not. He appeared in a cartoon, a puppet cartoon. You gotta think. A cartoon doesn't really count. A movie, within a way, does. It does count. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. If anything, destroyah, as much as I like destroyah, I don't think he needs to be the final boss for the monsterverse. If anything, that title should belong to Bagan. Hell, and I think Space Followers might actually agree with me. Because, well, he loves Bagan just as much as I do. Super Burning Godzilla loves Bagan just as much as I do. And, honestly, I didn't really consider myself to be a Bagan fan until now. Thanks to all the recent videos, I'm starting to become a Bagan fan. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.